Hi everyone, this is Men's here, playing the Tier 8 American Tank Destroyer, the T28 Prototype, here on Winterberg, basically Rowenberg with snow on it. Now, there is quite a few dangerous Tier 9 tanks on enemy teams, so gotta keep in mind that, at least with that Object 704, he can do a lot of damage on me in one shot. But with T28, very slow. Its armor, it'll stop most of these tier 8 tanks, not those TDs, if they don't fire premium rounds at me from the front. But since it's so slow, I'm definitely going to the town. I don't want to be caught out in the field and be flanked very easily. But I like tanks, or not tanks, I like maps in T28 Prototype that are a little bit more open, because this tank has a very high damage per minute, and its gun's very good for a tier 8 tank destroyer. It just lacks a little bit of accuracy, but it plays well at long range, because at long range people can't aim in at your weak spots and also get in to flank you easier. So I just like playing a little further out with this tank than I normally would with a tank with accuracy issues. So I'm hoping that those tier 9s keep pushing down there, which it looks like that Jaeger Tiger is. That way we have that T30 directly in front of them. He should be safe as long as if he doesn't push out stupidly. But we should have a pretty damn good shot on this Jaeger Tiger. He just needs to keep... Never mind, he's smart enough not to continue to push up. But... Shit. It'd be nice if I hit him, but... Hopefully I didn't block anybody. There we go. Crap. That was a medium tank that just shot me. And unfortunately... Yeah, it looks like he's loading up premium rounds. But I'm gonna wait for them to engage that M103. They should have a pretty easy chance at just rolling right over him. Here's that T20. I just don't want to get too close to where they see me just yet. Okay, now this Jaeger Tiger, he's not facing our way, so I'll be able to easily take him out. M103 will fall next. He doesn't really have a chance here. And I'm gonna turn my attention onto the field just because their cap's easily gonna fall. There's just no point in me going for the cap right now. It's better if I focus somewhere else that needs more of my help. There's T44. Just waiting for him to move, but the hell, I'll throw a shell there. Don't have a great chance at hitting these guys because basically, as you see, it's not elevated right there. So the closer you get, the worse shots you actually have until you get closer up. So I'm actually very surprised that they have not taken out their team around the cap, because it's not that difficult, guys. You outnumbered them, you just rush in, they can't kill all of you. So maybe I should have headed that way, but hopefully they're able to do it. But they're definitely taking a beating. So I'm just going to keep heading this way. Hopefully that 704 doesn't see me. which is highly possible. I'm just gonna keep heading up here. That T20 finally got taken out. But I need to worry about these light tanks. Oh shit, and there's a fucking 110 over here? There goes one light tank. Let's just straighten out because that 110's gonna most likely fire at me. And I got nailed. But unfortunately, all of our people, like the KV3 is trying to push up. They're all just sitting back there, especially the T30. You're not going to outcap them. Just go and fucking kill them. You're losing your advantage, but right now they basically blew it. And this KV3 is going to go out here by himself and he's get popped and killed. Yeah, you're pretty much going to get shot. But unfortunately, like, yeah, the T30's the only one on the cap right now, and he's our best chance to win. He's sitting there, out in the open. But seriously, like, how difficult is it to learn how to play your tank? I know that sounds very mean, but that person honestly deserves that. And our artillery's freaking cowering in fear. It's like they can easily move. But unfortunately, I probably should have went the other way. I could have helped them, but I clearly thought that since they outnumbered them basically 2-1, they would have had a very easy time destroying them. But yeah, both of those arties are quick. So if they all go in, at least one of them's going to kill them. They aren't aiming. And you're driving through the cap circle, so they're just going to frickin' know which way you're coming from. But most likely, I'm going to guess that the guy's over here, or he's at the very last building back where he was before. But I'm going to, if I was him, I would actually move over this way. Because if Artie thought I was here, you're not going to get Artie safe over here. You're better off backing into a corner. But Artie's not going to have a very good shot on him. There he is. Hopefully they just keep moving. Okay, AMX 1390 is doing the right thing. But yeah, just go in. He's not going to destroy all three of you guys. Yep, there he is. Finally, at least some people can think, but we would have basically had this had that T30 just known. Hide your hole, go behind a tank, just show your turret, you would have been safe. So let's just get this out of the way here. Okay. It's basically Mastery Baz second class, not bad there. Damage wise, 2,147. And I spot it for a little under 1,000 damage. But the T28, facing tier 8s that use premium ammo, and something like that T49 that has a big derp gun, and tier 9s, your armor is not going to be good. But against lower penetrating tier 8 tanks, and tier 7 and 6s, your frontal armor doesn't have enough weak spots for people to be able to reliably damage you. Unless if they throw HE at your turret top. But that's the kind of the problem with the T28 is, yes, it has a good gun and good frontal armor, but once you start facing your peers and tier 9s and 10s, you can't rely on your armor. So that's why I try to fight at a longer range, because you don't want to rely on it, because basically people can still negate it if they just choose to hit the 2 button, and pretty much you're gonna feel it. So for this map, I don't know where I'm gonna position yet, but somewhere over on the right side. I don't want to head to the beach because generally not a lot of tanks head over there. Now going over to the right side, I am a little less already safe, as if I would want to be already safe in this. I definitely do want to be, but to me, I'm going to be neat on this side, because just looking at our tanks over here, it's not strong enough to what usually the enemy puts out in the zero line here. So I'm going to hop over here and hope for the best. But there's a lot of action going on here early on. Hopefully I can get here in time to at least get a shot off, but it's not looking good. Low WZ and Indian Panzer. I don't want to get sucked too far into their trap and get hit by Artie. But I guess I can move down to this rock. Okay, he's not coming my way. And then I can go down where that ELC is and possibly go to the middle, or I can head along the edge of the map. But he definitely got himself in a little bit of trouble there. Okay, now there's a Centurion 1. If he stays there, I'll have a pretty clean shot on him. I should have hit him. I don't know if I penetrated him, but definitely hit him there. Low Panther 2. Okay, so a lot of enemies on this side. I actually want to be further back, but I'm not going to be able to make it there. Let's see if I can get a hit on him. Yeah, I tracked him, but I need to do some HP damage to him. Let's see if I can inch out here just enough. Come on. Thought he was going to get another shot off. Come on, guys, start moving back to help out. It's like the enemy is not going to be pushing that side enough to need you guys over there. But hopefully they come over here and help out a bit. This IS-2, never mind. Yeah, we're kind of screwed here. Or I definitely am screwed. I'm going to be shot by the T-44, but I'd much rather be shot by him than this IS-2, at least to begin with. Should be able to get one more shot off of him. Okay. Yeah, crap. Not good. Okay. At least destroyed him. I'm just going to keep heading this way. Just to hopefully... Crap. I was hoping to get away from that Panther 2 before he could get to me, but that obviously didn't work. What gets me though is basically our base is falling in this T-20 and SU-100. Yes, they're still shooting at things over here, but they could have pulled back to the base, at least group up and have a better chance at... Crap, don't run into each other. But they should have this if all four of these guys stay on the cap. So fortunately, in the end, we did make out with a win. Yeah, don't do it, ELC. Don't you see the Centurion right there? Just need T-44 and ELC to stay safe. And good job, guys. I don't know why he's calling for a reset. We're gonna win. It's like, I would much rather win than potentially lose just because you want to shoot a few more shells. So overall, another pretty solid game. Mastery Bad second class. 2,783 damage. Destroyed 2 tanks. Blocked only 780 and spotted for a good 20 HP's worth of damage. But I overextended myself a little bit there, but in the end, still worked out. Did a lot of damage and tied up the enemy team long enough for them to cap. But you really have to beware of the weak armor on the side and rear of the T28 Prototype. But gun's solid and the frontal armor is good enough to protect you from some things. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, wotguru.com.